This is the Cowboys Report. I am Tom Downey. We have a daily live show for you guys on Monday and daily videos every single day. So if you haven't already, make sure you guys are subscribed right here on the Cowboys Report, because every question you see on this mailbag came in from our live show. First up, a super chat from Lenny. Thank you, Lenny. Coaching holds this team back. We need to fire McCarthy to get Sean Payton. If Dak had a coach like Sean McVay, he would have won a Super Bowl already. I mean, I've long felt this, and I'm not alone from the NFL perspective either. If the first time the Rams made the Super Bowl, if they had Dak as opposed to Jared Goff, they would have won that one. Now, they didn't, so they lost. But, look, there's a lot of routes to improve. You can't fix the ownership. Coaching is your next high-level thing to fix. From Space Cowboy, if McCarthy gets fired next year and we don't get Sean Payton, who do you think we should go for head coach? I think Dan Quinn becomes your betting favorite. I would like this overall. Can I have a real coaching search? Think about it. You promoted Jason Garrett. You interviewed two people last time. Marvin Lewis, Mike McCarthy said, Mike's our guy. You didn't really do a real search. So, especially if you don't get Sean Payton, please, I am begging you, do a real search. Because going from Wade Phillips to Jason Garrett to Mike McCarthy to Dan Quinn isn't really the type of change I think the Cowboys need at the coaching staff position. From Vince, what is your panic level from 1 to 100 when you hear these words? Holding, offense number 73, 10-yard penalty. It's funny. Look, we're going to hear it, okay? This is a penalty-laden team. They make too many mistakes. He got better, I thought, with his technique in the preseason. It's not always perfect. So I think there's going to be penalties from Tyler Smith. I know this. After every big play, I am waiting for the flag now. And that is a very unfun way to watch a football game. I'm hoping there aren't that many calls on Tyler Smith, but I know that there were penalty problems at Tulsa, penalty problems for the Cowboys last year. Fair to think there will be some this year. Boondock Saint, on the days that Dallas plays on Monday night, will you do your show on Tuesday? I don't know yet. Maybe probably Tuesday. I don't know if we've decided that yet, but you'll still get a live show. Don't worry. I just don't know which day yet. But yes, you will still get a live show that week. I promise you. Gerald Green, trade for Denzel Mims when? They did call about Denzel Mims, right? Dallas and the Jets spoke allegedly for a report out of New York, and the Jets said, we want a fourth rounder or a conditional fit that could become a fourth rounder. And the Cowboys and the rest of them was like, nah, you ain't worth that. Sorry, bud. So I wouldn't mind trading for Denzel Mims. But again, the Cowboys think that Michael Gallup is going to be back soon. Third-round pick in Tolbert. Long-term, I don't think they view receiver as a need. So that limits the routes they would consider going. But I know many of you like Denzel Mims, like I do. I would not be mad if they got Denzel. Frankly, I'd be pretty hyped because I think he's got great upside. But what do you think? Will Dallas trade for Denzel Mims? Why for yes and for no? Let me know in the comments section. From Jonathan McConnell, who's the first Cowboys player I should draft for my fantasy team? Unless it's like a weird 2 QB league, CeeDee Lamb is definitely the route you want to go for the Cowboys in fantasy. I am hopeful he's going to get a big-time target share this year. Nick McClain, if Peters' work, should we extend him? I kind of think this is the end of the line for Jason Peters. I think this is his last year. I think that's just where things are at. He's 40 years old. He turns 41, I think, in January. I don't think you extend him. I think you say, thank you, Jason, and he goes to sign a one-day deal to retire as a Philadelphia Eagle. Mr. Radborn, is this Tony Pollard's last year in Dallas? Very real possibility. He'll be a free agent. You're not going to franchise tag him, I don't think, because it's too expensive to do it for a running back these days. So there is a non-zero chance the Cowboys have a totally new top of the depth chart at running back next year in terms of Tony Pollard leaves, and you know what? Maybe end up losing Zeke Elliott too. So that is a future Cowboys problem. Let's see how he plays it this year. It's a lunatic. We need a baby Olivia stream appearance before Sunday night. She's going to be our lucky and beautiful charm this year. Go Cowboys, DC for life. Teaser alert. I'll put it on the community side. I did buy her first little Cowboys jersey. So I'll put that on the channel. The live stream is Sunday night. It's around her bedtime, so probably not. But if the Cowboys do more stuff at night when I'm at home, she'll keep making guest appearances from that standpoint, and I'm sure you'll see her at some point this year as well. Thank you very much, the Lunatic. From the Wardologist, why did Fowler, Basham, Trysten, and Golston prove themselves in the preseason, but Armstrong did not? He already got paid. The Cowboys paid Dorance Armstrong a lot of money in the offseason, relatively speaking. And Golston, actually, I don't think Golston had to. I think he was already making this team, despite being young and not playing that much. But they paid Armstrong. He was better than all four of those guys combined last year was, too. So Armstrong can prove himself as a sticking around next year. But for making the team, being a key part, he was already put in ink from that perspective. Today's show is made possible by BetUS. Head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code Cowboys125 for a 125% deposit bonus when you put down at least $100. They got some awesome prop bets, including over or under 4.5 interceptions for Trayvon Diggs. Just 4.5. He won't have his man this year. He can get to 5. He can get 5. Come on, he'll get 5. Over minus 125. So you bet the over, right? Risk $10 to win 7, 20 to win 14, 100 to win 70. Those, he should be more at 5.5, 6.5 than 4.5. So I'm already put some money down on this, and you should too. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code Cowboys125. From Kieran back, better year, Lamb or Turpin? I mean, Lamb. Turpin will have a great year as a return man, but he's not going to be a starter at receiver. I think there are packages and schemes and plays for him, but if you're scheming touches for players, don't you want to scheme him for Tony Pollard over Turpin? Like, Turpin was a great pickup. Don't get me wrong, ignoring the outfield stuff. Return man, Turpin. Receiver, by far, CeeDee Lamb. AJ Torres. With Peters now signed, I don't think they'll have Smith come back. Thoughts? If Tyron Smith can come back, he's going to come back. Because worst case, Peters is now your backup tackle. You kick Smith to left guard and put Tyron back at left tackle. Like, that is much better than we're an injury away from Josh Ball and Matt Waletzko getting reps as basically first-year players. So I am unconvinced that Smith will come back. It's a very tough recovery. If he can, though, he will. Jarrett Otting, is there still talk of getting Lockett in a trade? I mean, outside of speculative stuff, there was never really any talks about it. Don't get your hopes up. I would love Lockett. It'd be a great fit for what this team needs. Like, if you can make it work from a cost perspective, I'm all for it. I don't think Seattle wants to trade him, and I don't know if the Cowboys would offer that type of salary impact, but more so the draft capital to go get him. Great fit, I believe. I am going to monitor him at the trade deadline this year because if he's still available, the Cowboys receiving core is struggling. I'd go make a trade, but we'll see if they actually do. From Lyle McKenzie, should the Cowboys trade Basham for O-line help? If you can, yes. I don't know what offense lineup you're going to get for Basham. Like, Basham earned his roster spot this year despite being a prime cut candidate. But you're going to get what? A Matt Farniok level guy? Does that move your needle at all right now? There are injuries, yes, but right now, no. So, sure, shop him. I don't know who you're going to get, though, in the end. So, with that in mind, name a player who you want to trade for. Let me know in the comment section right now. A prediction from the Lunatic. A game-sealing INT by Malik Hooker. Book it. I would be all for it. I would love nothing more than a game-sealing pick. And I'm doing push-ups this year for penalties. I got to find something else for turnovers. Maybe it's like crunches or something. I don't know. We got to do something else this year. Maybe crunches. Yeah, let's do some crunches. My abs suck. I would love nothing more than a game-sealing pick. Ethan the Boss for life. Do the moves the Eagles made this offseason scare you? Yes. Like, objectively, they had a good offseason. I also don't believe in Hurts yet. So, if Hurts is better, that team might win the division. Like, if Hurts is a Dak Prescott-ish caliber quarterback, they're going to be a betting favorite in the Super Bowl. He's not yet right now, though. So, because of that, they're still just a playoff contender. I love their roster. Quarterback remains a huge question mark for me. Now, if you are a real Cowboys fan only, not that Dolphins fan in the chat today, then subscribe. I don't want Eagles fans or Commanders fans or whatever. I only want Cowboys fans. If that's you, hit that big red button and subscribe. Gabriel wants to know about the safeties. I think they're in good shape. You've got Jaron Kearse, Malik Hooker, Donovan Wilson, Marquise Bell, and Izzy Mukwamu. I like where you're at for the first time in a long time at the safety spot. To Lunatic, bigger impact Sunday night versus Tampa. Maher making his kicks or Anger pinning him deep all night. I would prefer it if Maher makes his kicks because that means you're getting the ball in scoring position. If Anger's just punting all night, it means you're not scoring. So I would rather your kicker have to have more chances for either field goals or extra points than your punter making great punts because that means you're not scoring on offense. Nate Rosario, let's get Lincoln Riley trade for all the Oklahoma Sooner players on the Cowboys roster. Oklahoma Sooners' best defense. Nate's trolling a little bit there. He ain't coming to the NFL. He's sticking at USC. Now, that's not going to happen, I think, in the end for the Dallas Cowboys. So, Nate, I appreciate the question, but that's not going to happen. Everyone type L in the comments for Trace, the question we just went to. Embarrassing for Trace. D1 athlete starting Jason Peters at left tackle. Maybe. The Cowboys will not rush into that. They're not going to. They're going to give Tyler Smith the first crack at left tackle. Peters is not ready yet. Now, week 3, maybe week 2, week 4, that's the one to monitor in terms of if the left side is not playing great, might be time for a change. Williams, any updates on Jordan Lewis? Not as we sit here filming this live on Monday. Lewis, of course, is battling a hamstring injury. The goal was to get him back out there in a limited capacity at practice on Monday with the ramp-up return for Sunday night's game. If I had to guess, he'll be cleared Friday to play. If he's not, and this video will go out after that, so we'll know, he's probably not going to play. But if I had to guess one way or the other, I think Jordan Lewis is out there. Malik Davies. Thank you, Malik. What about Odell Beckham Jr.? Monitor status. Like, he's not going to be cleared until late October, early November. So by then, you might have Lamb balling out, Gallup healthy and playing great, and Tolbert emerging as a youngster. If so, you don't need OBJ. If one of those things does not happen, the Cowboys should be in the market for Odell Beckham. That is an October-November problem, not so much a September one, though. King Trill, I am still concerned about the wide receiver room. I get it. Would you feel better if Gallup's back week 2? Because I think we all would. But especially for week 1, it's a bad group. CeeDee Lamb, a third-round pick who did not dominate in the preseason. Noah Brown, a career backup. A fifth-round pick in Fehilko with 0 catches, a UDFA, and a gadget return specialist in KaVontae Turpin. That group is not sexy. It's not dynamic from a wide receiver perspective, so I understand the concerns. The Cowboys appear quite committed to finding ways to put the Gallup return sooner than later from that standpoint, but we'll have to wait and see. As for Cowboys Bucs, pick the score for me. Who you got? Cowboys, Bucs. Let me know in the comments section what you think the final score of that game will end up being.